Your next debater for Team Dreamers, please welcome Abby Govindan.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here on behalf of Team Dreamer. I did put together a PowerPoint, like it's a college seminar, so let's get right into it. So the case for Dreamers. So let's start with, they contribute to society without causing any real damage. Dreamers mainly just think about things and don't act on them, you know? They're more optimistic. It is so much easier to think about something as opposed to like taking action on it. They're delusional. Okay. I think delusional has a negative connotation. I think that's really delusional phobic. I identify as delusional and my life is better for it. For example, I do firmly believe that if I met Timothée Chalamet, I would have a chance at dating him. Of course, this is not true at all, but my life is better for thinking it. And also, dreamers do pave the way for doers. There would be no doers without dreamers. So before I get into why you guys should vote Team Dreamers, let me explain to you the case against doers by giving you examples of a few terrible doers in history. We have Elon Musk, okay? The guy who thought, let's take a perfectly good car and make it worse for the environment and also run over children and combust randomly for some reason. He also bought Twitter recently, which is kind of like adopting 450 million like tigers who all self-diagnose with ADHD, argue that making chili is ableist, and also hate you. Is anyone on Twitter? Did no one understand those references? It's fine. It's fine. We have Donald Trump, the guy who looked at a terrible country and thought, how can I make it worse? We have Phineas and Ferb. Did anyone watch Phineas and Ferb? Okay, thank you. The tri-state area's biggest menaces, right? Every day they would do some crazy shit, and then they would gaslight their older sister about it and make her think she was crazy. No Phineas and Ferb fans in the house? That's fine. In the same vein, we have Walt Disney. He had an idea for a cartoon mouse in 1942, and now you have to deal with the worst person you know from your high school posting pictures from Disney World every year. You know, when Obama was elected president, he promised to shut down Guantanamo Bay, which I never understand because I think there are far more terrorists at Disney World. The only thing worse than creating Disney adults that Walt Disney did was being like ragingly racist and anti-Semitic. Of course. And then we have Josh Gondelman, my teammate. Josh does a lot of things. 5 or 6 months ago, I was going through a breakup, and I told Josh about it, and he was like, oh, that's crazy. My marriage is going great. So it's like quite the way to respond to a friend. Okay, so now the case for dreamers. Let's look at Leonardo da Vinci, okay? So he came up with the concept for the parachute, the airplane, and the helicopter, but he didn't actually make any of them because he knew that if he tried to do that in like 1600 or whenever the fuck he was alive, he would like kill people. He in fact just drew them out and then waited for people down the line to invent them. And now, no one knows the name of the guys who who actually made the parachute and the helicopter, but everyone remembers Leonardo da Vinci, right? That's right. This is the Star Trek guy. I don't actually know his name. I also don't watch Star Trek. I'm too busy being pretty and having sex, so he like imagined AI and advanced technology, but without the racism and surveillance state aspect of it that we have today. So I would argue that his dream is better than the actual action that followed it. We have every friend that you have who's a writer. Everyone has those. They're always dreaming and never doing, which is good because if they actually pitched the movie, screenplay, book, whatever, and got rejected, then you'd be the one that had to listen to them cry all day. As opposed to right now, where all you have to hear every time you meet up with them for brunch every 2 months is, yeah, I keep meaning to finish that. So And then finally, we have Josh Gondelman again. I really look up to Josh. I think he's really cool. I text him every now and then, and I ask if we can hang out. But he's always busy and has a life or whatever. But he always says, hey, maybe that next week. And in that sense, he makes me a dreamer because I do one day dream of being his friend. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Abby.
So in conclusion, please vote for dreamers. They cause less damage and spread optimism everywhere.